There is no denying that West Ham had to do some very important business this summer. Absolutely. With the sale of Declan Rice, let's be honest, that was a hugely significant moment for West Ham, losing the club captain, academy player, all that. And the fact we got the money we did, £105 million, a lot of money, a lot of attention on West Ham, which was expected in terms of how we were going to invest and move on from the Rice situation, which, let's be honest, as it stands at the moment, done very, very well. The acquisitions have looked very good. It looks like West Ham have done some very, very good business this summer. And I think that's been widely recognised actually across the football world, that West Ham have, performed well in the market overall as it stands. However, one bit of business that the club must get right, and we talked about this in the previous video, that is actually as important as the Declan Rice money being spent well, is retaining certain players. Because let's make no mistake, Declan Rice leaving West Ham was not a good advert for West Ham at all. It doesn't present a great image. Losing your club captain at the age of 24, an England international, then going across the other side of London, it's not a good look. Let's not try and dress it up any better. I don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming West Ham for it, really. I mean, you could look back a little bit a couple of years ago and felt if we hadn't done some better business in January windows, we might have been able to keep Rice longer. But look, we're not going to talk about that now. But ultimately, it's not a good look for West Ham. And the last thing you want is West Ham looking like a selling club that can't retain players. Now, one player in particular that West Ham must retain. There is no way that we can afford to let go. And also would turn the tide on that message that West Ham are a selling club is Jarrod Bowen. There's no two ways about it. He is a vitally important player for West Ham. Let's talk about the season alone. So far, we played 4 games. He's 3 goals in. He's been in exceptional form for us, looking as sharp as ever. I mean, how on earth Gareth Southgate didn't pick him for the England squad is disgusting. And James Ward-Prowse, I've got to say. And I know people are going to say, well, you're biased, you're West Ham. I can't understand it. Calvin Phillips, over James Ward-Prowse. I can't remember the last time Calvin Phillips kicked a football. So we're going to get back to the video really shortly, but I just want to let you know this video is actually sponsored by NordVPN. Now, NordVPN are a private network that allow you as a fan to watch games from the comfort of your own home. You can change the region that you're in. It also allows you to watch films, TV shows, things like that. Now, the other big thing is it's also on travel costs. So being West Ham, where you're in Europe again, and also you might want to go on holiday, but you can also save some money on your flights, on your hotels, things like that. It's really worth it. And look, for the monthly subscription, okay, it's less than a pint or a coffee a month. Now, if you go to the link below and using nordvpn.com/West Ham Way, you get 4 months free, completely free. And also after that, you get a 30-day money back guarantee. So just click on the link, go on it, give it a try, see what you think. Anyway, back to the video. God knows how to say. I don't know what Southgate reminds. That team selection for England reminded me of a manager that's sort of like not watched any football. It's almost like he's just taken no notice of what's been going on and woke up one day. They went, Gareth, you got to pick the squad, and he's gone, oh my God, and he's just quickly scrabbled something together. There seems to be no attention paid to how well we've been playing. So, but I'm not here to moan about the England squad. At the end of the day, that's that is what it is. But the Jarrod Bowen situation at West Ham is vital. They've got to keep him. There's absolutely no way we can let this happen and let this rumble on. It can't. West Ham have got to get this sorted out. Now, where we are at the moment, let's be honest, a deal for Bowen is like a new signing. It's that important. It's so vital we get this done. Now, what we hear at the moment is that talks have been ongoing for a while with Bowen. I think it's quite positive as well. At this stage, what we understand is that Bowen wants to be on par with the top earners at the football club. And who can blame him? Who can blame him? He wants to be on par with Danny Ings. Danny Ings being a player that's on an exceptionally high wage. I mean, Danny Ings can barely get on the pitch for West Ham now. And Jarrod Bowen's one of our main players. And, let's be honest, knocking on the door again for England. So how on earth we're not, being able to match him for those wages? I don't know. So I'm not saying we won't get there, but it feels that that's the negotiation. That's what Bowen wants. He wants to be a top owner. And rightly so. It's hugely, hugely important West Ham get this deal sorted out. Now, for what we understand from ex-WH employee, this is speaking to him literally this morning, is that now that the transfer window is closed, West Ham now are fully focused on getting new deals for players and getting it sorted out. Jesse Lingard being one, of course, they want to get done. But obviously retaining players. Jarrod Bowen, and I also will say as well, Pablo Fornals, I believe, they're looking to get new deals sorted out. So, but Jarrod Bowen, that is hugely important. You look at Jarrod Bowen's situation. Not only is he playing very well, he seems happy, doesn't he? He seems really happy at West Ham. He seems settled. Of course, his family life. He seems very, very grounded now. He's got children. Very much a West Ham family, local. The signs are good. Let's be honest. And the words from the player are very good. He even the other day he said, "I love scoring goals for this football club. I love being here." He wants to be at West Ham. There's no two ways about it. I've got absolutely no doubt in my mind. We've got Liverpool sniffing around again, once again, because of the Mo Salah situation that he could be departing and all, etc., that Jarrod Bowen's name. We cannot let this happen. West Ham have got to get this dealt with. It's vitally important. Now, as I say, what we understand is that talks are resuming, and it's the number one priority for West Ham to get Bowen deal done. So let's hope that we're going to get this done pretty quickly. I think that West Ham will. I think West Ham are going to push to get this sorted out. My final thoughts on it are, I appreciate it's just a quick video, but I wanted to just explain where we are because I was speaking this morning. I just need to get this out because this is big for West Ham now. This is hugely important. Now that the window's passed, this is now the big priority. That the deal is vital. West Ham must get a deal with Bowen sorted really, really quickly. Jarrod Bowen to West Ham, let's be honest, he's probably one of our most important players. If not the most important, he's one of the most important players at West Ham. He is absolutely vital. It's not just because of what he brings on the pitch, because that is hugely important, and his talent, because there's no doubt about he's an exceptionally talented player and vital for us. But it's the message, like I say, that it sends. It shows a club that are united. It shows a club that players want to stay, big players that could go. Let's be honest, Bowen could go to a top 4, top 6 club easily. We know that. Got to keep him. We've got to keep him. But I would say the signs are actually looking really good for keeping Bowen. I really do. I'm feeling quite encouraged. I do think he'll stay. The words from the player have been very, very encouraging over the last year or so. Like, I think he recognises that. He knows what it means to be at West Ham. He's part of the West Ham family now. So although he's not an East Londoner himself, you get the feeling that he's getting built into that life. He's misses his family, Danny Dyer, etc. He's got children. He lives local to the club. Everything is shaping up that he would want to stay here for the long term. Now, for me, and for the club, as I understand from what Exeter said, this is now the number one priority. And from what I understand it, and I'm not getting carried away, but I do think there's some good news coming very soon.